Hey, Facebook family, how you doing today? This is Angela Dillmon with the St. Louis Home Chap with the Dillmon Group at Keller Williams Chesterfield. We're here today with Scott from Waterproof Solutions, our favorite waterproof structural repair company. Anyway, today we're here in a house that is having a crack repair done to it, and we're going to ask Scott some questions about it. And so one of the big things, one of the big questions for you, Scott, is when do you know you need to have a crack repaired?
Obviously when it's leaking.
Okay, when it's leaking. So what if I just got a crack that's just like a hairline crack and it's never leaked? Not too big a deal?
No.
Not too big a deal?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. Some people do have preventative fillings done on those cracks. Is that okay to do?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not really hurting anything?
No.
All right, so what if I got a crack that's maybe, let's say, an 1/8 inch wide, but it's never leaked? At what point does the size of the crack matter as to whether I should call Waterproof Solutions to come out and take a look at it?
Well, I mean, over time it'll get bigger, but it's, a crack of that size, I'd, still go ahead and fix it.
You would? If I got to be an 1/8 inch?
For future problems, just to take care of it right then and there.
Okay, because will the crack repair actually help preventatively?
Yeah.
Okay, so preventative. So if you got an 1/8 inch crack or maybe bigger, probably you should be calling Waterproof Solutions. So we're also going to talk to Scott today about the type of repairs, because there's different repairs for the cracks. How about that? There's different products that are used. So today we have this crack here, had just a little bit of moisture, really wasn't much at all. And so, what kind of product are you using on this crack repair today, Scott?
Low velocity, which is more of an oil base instead of a foam that will get through and fill in every void. Okay,
so he's using a different product other than the foam. So why are you using this product today as opposed to the foam type of injection?
Because it is a thinner crack.
It's a thinner crack. Yeah. So you're saying that the product you use today is a thinner product?
Yeah, for smaller cracks.
Okay, for smaller cracks. So for smaller cracks, there's actually a different product you want to use. So on the foam, when do you know to use the foam, and what makes the foam so much useful on a different type of crack?
Well, on a bigger crack, it'll fill it in and be a lot more effective rather than using this.
So how far back into the crack will this one go? Like how far?
All the way.
All the way through.
It fills in every void.
Okay, and so the foam, I know that on one job that they did for an owner of mine, there was a crack in the lower level, and it actually shot up into the garage. So
it tells you how effective it is.
Yeah, so it's feeling, and that's a foam. A foam type will fill like every void it can find?
If it's a bigger crack, then yes. That's why you would rather use a foam-based solution, on a bigger crack.
On a bigger crack,
because it expands more for the bigger cracks.
Okay.
On a smaller crack, it's thin. You'd want to use the oil base, so it fills in every void. Okay.
All right. Great. All right. So, what is the name of what's the name of the foam type product? What do you call it?
That is the polyurethane.
What's a polyurethane?
Polyurethane.
Okay.
It's low velocity polyurethane. Okay.
So a lot of us in the realtor world, we use the same term all the time for every crack repair. It's an epoxy crack repair. We're good to go. But what we're hearing today from Waterproof Solutions is there's different products for different cracks. So you want to call an expert to know which product to use and how to use it. So what I always hear from Steve, who's the owner of Waterproof Solutions, is that the prepping of the surface is always really important. Tell us some about that. How do you prep this?
Basically, if it were a painted wall, you would go in and chip off all the paint. And you go through and you clean the crack and you drill your holes, go back through and clean it again to get all the dust and debris out, and then put on your ports and go through with your A and B and connect all the dots. And
what's an A and B?
That is the gray stuff.
That's the gray stuff. Is that an epoxy?
That just covers it to keep the epoxy from coming out as you're injecting it.
Ah, it's just a cover. So this isn't the actual repair.
No.
A lot of times people think this is the actual repair and it's a surface repair. But it's really not. This is not a surface repair. So this just keeps the epoxy from shooting back out of the wall.
Basically just holds it on.
It's just sort of a sealer is what it is. Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so how close are you putting these ports, and do you always put them together at the same length
About
apart?
6 inches apart, usually.
Okay.
Just, give
About
or take.
6 inches.
If you have a crack and while the water's coming through out here, you may put them a little bit closer together just to be sure you fill in every void.
I see. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like the prep of the wall is really important. Otherwise, this is not going to work right. So if you're trying to do this, I've seen some homeowners try to make these repairs, but what happens is within a year or two, definitely within about 5 years,
and that'll make it a lot harder to actually go in and you repair if somebody's already tried to put something you buy from Lowe's on the wall, or like hydraulic cement or something like that to cover it. That doesn't work. No, that's not going to work. It might work temporarily, but it's not going to work for as long as you're going to want it to.
And then it's going to make it harder for you.
Make it harder to actually go in and fix.
Because now you got to try to scrape that off the wall. Because the wall prep's so important on these repairs. So that's a really, really good tip. If you have a issue with any of the cracks in your basement, or you're wondering, are these large enough to start paying attention to, or hey, I just got a little bit of moisture.
Yeah, tar, hydraulic cement, anything along those lines is just don't even attempt it. It might temporarily work, but it's not going to work for as long as what this would.
I gotcha. All right, that's a really good tip today from Waterproof Solutions. So for all your waterproofing needs, they do drain tile, they do structural repair, they do all kinds of wonderful stuff, and it's a really, really great company. How long do you stand behind this repair here, Scott?
Lifetime warranty.
Lifetime warranty from Waterproof Solutions. You don't find that everywhere these days. They're usually capping that now at around 10 years, sometimes 20, but lifetime is awesome. So thanks for joining us today and learning a little bit more about cracks and foundation repair from our favorite vendor, Waterproof Solutions. Call them today for all your waterproofing needs. Again, I'm Angela Dillmon at the Dillmon Group at Keller Williams Chesterfield. Give us a call if you need a good vendor for anything you need in a home, and we'll be able to hook you up. Our number is 314-277-7713, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.